Hi, this is Michael. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing an oracle card reading for the energy of the collective for the waning moon phase of the current lunar cycle. The waning moon is the period between the full moon and the new moon, and that's when the illuminated area of the moon is becoming smaller. Overall, the waning phase is a time for regrouping, releasing, introspection, healing, and rest. The waning moon truly encompasses three phases: the waning gibbous, also known as the disseminating phase; the last quarter, also known as the third quarter; and the waning crescent, also known as the balsamic phase. This reading will cover the collective energy for all three phases of the waning moon, but more specifically for the period of February 24th through March 4th. The moon is currently in Scorpio, and it will be traveling through Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces as it enters the new moon phase. After the intensity of the full moon, it can be tempting to fall into a slump during the disseminating phase, especially if the results of your intentions and goals were not immediately seen with the full moon. During this time, it's best to trust in the process and keep your head high. Share with others what you may have learned during your experiences over the past couple of weeks. Go easy on yourself, accept what is, and begin to regroup. You've been working very hard on manifesting your dreams, so take some time and enjoy a well-earned break. The disseminating phase isn't necessarily a time for outward action, but rather a time to start focusing inward. The waning phase in general is associated with letting go of all that no longer serves you. So during this time, take a look at yourself and release any fears or self-limiting beliefs that may be holding you back or doing you harm. The moon's releasing energy then reaches its peak on the 26th with the last quarter. So this will be the perfect time to give up any bad habits or addictions and to remove yourself from any unhealthy situations or relationships. Use this powerful energy to unburden yourself of all grudges, regrets, anger, and guilt. It's also a time for settling disputes and making amends, so get closure by speaking honestly with anyone you have unresolved issues with, and be sure to forgive yourself and others for any wrongdoing. Then once the balsamic phase starts around March 2nd, it becomes a time of surrender, rest, and healing. The balsamic phase marks the end of the lunar cycle, so this is the time to fully surrender to the process, completely let go of all that no longer serves you, and make space for planting seeds at the new moon, which will be just around the corner. You can use the last of the moon's waning energy for purification or cleansing, so clear out stale energy and create space for the new by decluttering and smudging your home, and also internally by focusing on meditation, self-analysis, and inner reflection. This final phase is a time for rest and relaxation, in order to heal and prepare oneself for the upcoming new moon and its renewing energies. So with all that being said, let's get started with the collective reading and see what the cards have to tell us. And I've gone ahead and laid out a card here to assist with the energy of the reading. It's the Waning Moon card from the Moonology Oracle deck. Message here is, what do you need to release? And for this Waning Moon reading, I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed. Let's give it a quick shuffle before we get started. And once again, this is going to be a Waning Moon Oracle spread for the energy of the collective for February 24th through March the 4th. So let's get started. And for this first card, we're looking for what is the current energy of the collective. What is the current energy of the collective? And we've got Truth Be Told. So we've got an owl here, looks like holding a window around his chest area, an open window. This card's about honesty, accepting things at face value. So some of us may be feeling open to honesty, being honest with others at this time, or open to the honesty of others. Some of us might be waiting to hear some truths in our relationships or about things that are happening at the moment. This card's about speaking your truth. Some of you may feel like opening up to your truth at this time and sharing that with others. There's little hearts here also, so it's also about relationships, opening up with your loved one about truths, being open and honest, engaging in heartfelt conversations. And for this next card, we're looking for what may be blocking the collective from stepping into their highest potential. What may be blocking the collective from stepping into their highest potential at this time? Okay. And we've got Never-Ending Story. So it looks like some of you may be stuck in self-criticism, self-depreciating thoughts, caught up in unnecessary dramas, maybe stuck in your head, not sure which way to go in current situation. Some of you may have self-esteem issues or fear of acceptance, fear of the unknown. It's also victim consciousness. And you could be repeating the same thoughts in your head over like a never-ending story. Okay, and for this next card, we're going to be looking for how can we effectively release these blocks. How can we effectively release these blocks? And we've got Go the Distance. But it was in the reverse here. Traditionally, the card's about endurance, strength, going the distance, going in for the long haul. In the reverse, though, it's the feeling that you've been wandering the desert for ages and ages, nothing happening. You may feel like you're at the end of your rope, but in that, you may be learning how to conserve your strength, be wise about your selections, expending your energy efficiently. In the reverse, it's about letting go of what's no longer important. So that's perfect for these blocks that we have. Okay, and for this next card, what habits or behaviors may be holding the collective back? So what habits or behaviors may be holding the collective back? Thank you. And we've got Observer. Observer, but it is in the reverse. So what habits or behaviors may be holding the collective back? Traditionally, this card's about perspective, observation from a distance, like a neutral observation, being objective. So in the reverse, it could be that you're too busy observing, not focusing on yourself, or you could be too personally attached to an outcome of a situation and not able to see the miracle that's happening. May not be trusting in spirit or trusting in God, trusting in the process. Or it could also be that you're focusing too closely on things, so it's maybe time to get some distance away from, and maybe observe things from a little distance or from a different perspective. And for this next card, what adjustments can the collective make in order to prepare for the upcoming new moon? What adjustments can the collective make in order to prepare for the upcoming full moon? And we've got Loyal Heart. It's a beautiful card. And with that card, it's about being loyal, being devoted, whether it be a relationship or being devoted to things you believe in. It's also about fidelity, So some of us may need to make adjustments in the way we're showing our love to others, possibly not fully committing to others, whether it be partnerships, friendships, romantic relationships. Are they being loyal to you? Are you being loyal in return? Or we could need to make adjustments in the way that we're serving others. Or perhaps we're not as loyal to our intentions as we wish, or loyal to your dreams even. Okay, for this next card, what needs to be healed or soothed by the collective during this waning moon? What needs to be healed or soothed by the collective during this waning moon? Thank you. We've got chaos and conflict. And that was in reverse. So what needs to be healed or soothed by the collective? Chaos and conflict. Traditionally, this card's about disarray, duality, tension with someone, not being harmonious. But with this card in the reverse, it's signifying that this is a perfect time to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation regarding these conflicts. So some of us may have been going through some chaos and conflict, or we're stuck in a state of opposition due to chaos and conflict. So it's about being present amidst the conflict, looking for the best solution for all. Like I said, the waning moon is a time for settling disputes and making amends. So be sure to speak to anyone honestly, openly, to resolve that chaos and conflict. Okay, so for this last card, we're looking for a message for the collective from the universe. Collective message from the universe. We've got regeneration. So this card's about rebirth, new opportunities, second chances. Regeneration, of course. Got a beautiful tree here growing out of a chaotic situation, being fed from the light of source. Some of us may have been going through some difficult situations, so it's just knowing that new opportunities are always available. There is life after death, and death and endings are really only an illusion. Some of you may be feeling like a failure or at a loss at this time. So just knowing that something better is coming and growing in its place. So some of us may be feeling open and honest at this time, or open to honesty, but we may be being blocked by self-limiting beliefs, caught up in unnecessary dramas or self-criticism, or things like fear or victim consciousness might be holding us back. Could be too caught up in the process of things, or too focused on the outcome of a situation. Might not be stepping back and seeing the big picture of things. And you may feel like you've been stuck in this situation for a while now. But just know it's part of the learning experience. You're building your strength, learning how to be wise about expending your energy. Remain loyal to yourself, your friends, family, with those you're in a relationship with. Being devoted to yourself or what you believe in. Using unconditional love to heal any chaos and conflict. being present in the moment of chaos, summoning the strength and courage to go the distance. Focus on releasing these things that are holding you back. Focus on this regrowth, rebirth. Know that beauty arises from difficult situations. And with the new moon coming up, we can focus on new opportunities, a new start, a new you. So that's our reading for the waning moon phase of the current lunar cycle. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in.